Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine.
Yeah.
But
you said that you sounded a bit depressed.
No,
what happened to you on Valentine's Day?
No. Just tired, and it's very sad for the PCCW, the small stock holders.
That's right.
They don't have any happy Valentine
Because you brought some?
Lee Kai.
About Richard Lee, or you bought some?
Are you a shareholder, Dr. Chen?
No, fortunately.
You're not.
Yes.
So we want to start off, I think, talking about this PCCW privatization, I think.
Yeah.
We've got some other topics we want to talk about in the second half. But perhaps for the sake of overseas listeners, we better explain a bit what's been happening as regards PCCW.
Well, this PCCW fiasco is a very, very, very bad thing for Hong Kong's reputation, financial reputation, and also for Hong Kong's as an international hub for business, because this so big company which totally lack of any social responsibility or even responsibility towards its small shareholders, and the whole playing field is so unlevel that is causing major injury to all those small shareholders who hold PCCW stock, which is formerly the Hong Kong Telecom.
Yeah.
And then this Richard Lee, the son of the major business estate tycoon Lee Ka-shing, right, who bought this up with shareholders' money, in fact. Right, he raised a lot of money in order to buy up the Hong Kong Telecom, only to wreck it, we should say. And then the share prices dropped 90%, and then after that he's still playing with all those so-called financial tricks in so that in the end he could privatize the whole company without even paying a penny. And that means he's just like milking the cows at the last drop of the milk.
Milking the cows. That's a good metaphor, Dr. Chan.
Yeah.
I mean, from my understanding of the situation, and just to explain a bit more to overseas viewers, they had a big meeting, didn't they? A big shareholders meeting where they had to vote earlier this month about whether to accept the privatization. But there's been allegations within the media about vote rigging at this meeting.
Yes, vote rigging. Implanted, we should say in Chinese terms, implanted shareholders.
Yeah,
shareholders.
And which I think that the guy David Webb, was
David
the guy
Webb is a good guy.
He kind of rallied the media and people's public attention about what was happening.
If he's not the whistleblower, we don't know about this whole fiasco.
The whistleblower.
Yeah.
What's the Chinese word for whistleblower?
Oh, we don't have. In fact, we don't even have the technical term for this kind of good people, good guy. We don't.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that is interesting that there's not even a word in Chinese for
that shows how backward our so-called business ethics has developed.
Yeah. I mean, can you explain the word whistleblower?
That means some conscientious people who within the a certain fiasco who sense or witness something wrong, and then who blow the whistle to the public and to all those shareholders, all the people at stake, right?
And the guy David Webb, he's a bit of an expert at that, actually, isn't he? Because I was reading an article about him, actually. Apparently, he's bought a small amount of shares in all of the companies listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
He's the good guy for the whole Hong Kong. His contribution to the Hong Kong's financial reputation probably outweighs.
But
most of the people in Hong Kong.
Yeah, because I've read that he bought sort of one or two shares in each company just so that he could get attend the annual general meeting and kick up a fuss about it and hold them to account.
Yes.
And so on. But he seems to have triggered this scandal, if you like, doesn't he? And about the vote rigging, and as alleged that PCCW and Richard Lee have basically offered shares to some agents in Fortis Insurance.
Yes.
And saying that
for background knowledge sake, the Fortis Insurance actually was PCCW Insurance, bought by Fortis.
Right. Okay. So whether or not it's true or not, but obviously. It stinks, doesn't it, basically?
Yes.
That's what we'd say. How do you say it stinks in Chinese?
Fat chou.
Fat chou.
Yeah, and we have even a worse word we call chou si mat kam. That means if it stinks, you must hold it up and so that it don't smell.
It's mean cover up all the shit.
Yeah, cover up all the shit.
All the shit things.
Yeah. What's your take on it, Ken? What do you think?
Yes, I think about David Webb, we have a very funny Chinese nickname. I don't know why.
What is his nickname?
On the Chinese newspaper, you also have a nickname.
Yeah. What do they call him?
The people call you Guai Lo Chang Bo. It means Guai Lo long hair.
Right.
So long hair is long hair. It's Leung Kok Hong, and Matt Pearce is Guai Lo long hair, and David Webb is called stock market long hair.
Yes.
Yeah. And
so you see how depend.
It's not civil disobedience, but it's like very right-wing disobedience. So you are probably the foreigner in Hong Kong that on the very left, and he's probably on the very right. Yeah.
No, he's on the left in a sense. He's only within the financial market.
Yeah.
But he brought up the small shares, and then he talked about by his authority or something in the Hong Kong exchange, and then people there were also some scandal came out. But I always read his web. He's got a website.
Yes.
I was looking at that the other day, actually.
The website.
Website.
Yeah.
And I found very interesting thing that he stated upon that if in the board of committee in all the company with the Chinese surname with China pronunciation. And those companies, almost 100% of the company has been investigated by ICAC in Hong Kong. So that is a fact that But I think the more important thing is that our Hong Kong people have to really aware of it, because Park and Shop supermarket is Lee's family. Okay, Chung Kong Properties is Lee's family. PCCW Now TV is under Richard Lee, and you can see the Lee's families are invent to our everyday life in Hong Kong. So I mean this kind of privatization also aroused the case that how about the monopoly, the ideology of monopoly, and how come a free society the people praise about in the world. That could happen like that. They control the price of our everyday living.
So we must give some remark to so-called those very right-wing American so-called rating agency, or so-called, for example, the Heritage Foundation, naming that Hong Kong is the freest of all economies. I just asked them, come to Hong Kong and have a look. Sense the omnipresence of Lee's family all over Hong Kong, and then you can judge then.
And I remember a movie called RoboCop, in the past, and the police force has been privatized. Yes, and so-called they make a RoboCop that people.
That's true.
I remember that movie. I remember there was sentence spoken by one of the actors saying that in a free society you have everything, but you don't have money. You don't have money.
Yeah.
And the Lee's family probably have got I don't know 20% or 10% of around 20% of all Hong Kong people's money. So he has very good relation with the China government. But the first McDonald's was set up like 15 years ago in Beijing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's come back to Richard Lee first, because this actually, strictly speaking, has nothing to do with his father, but only the son outshines the father in his ugliness, in his nastiness towards the shareholders and all those who contribute their money for him to play with. and to spoil.
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
He's so ugly, and then he perpetuates people's hatred for the whole Lee's family. So now Lee's family can go down in history